Okay, just got done with a class with a student, and one of the things he wanted me to work on with him was a reach cast. And I realized that there's a secret thing with a reach cast that often isn't taught. And so I'm going to go through the basic reach cast first, and then I'm going to show you the secret reach cast thing that people do that they don't even think about, okay? So just let's go back to the fundamentals now. So a reach cast is if the stream is running this way, okay? So your line is upstream. You would cast, and one of the things that you want to do is if you're casting towards the far shore, the middle of the stream is moving more rapidly. So you get a belly in your line, and the belly in your line will then cause your fly to uh, not drift with the stream itself. It won't dead drift, we call it. Okay, so it'll speed up. It'll like motorboat across the surface. So the idea of a reach cast is to cast your fly where you want it to go, but have your line farther up. And sometimes we'll cast and then we'll mend to get to that point. Okay. A reach cast is you're sort of mending in the air. Okay, it could be called an aerial mend. So you cast, and while the fly is in the air, you bring your rod sideways upstream. And what that does is that just basically makes a diagonal line upstream down to your fly. So it gives you a little bit of time for the fly to go up there. So the typical mend is, again, cast, and while it's in the air, reach sideways. Okay, if you need to go downstream, it's the other way. Not a difficult thing, okay? So we cast and then over. A typical mistake is people wait for it to land and then try to mend, and then what that'll do is that'll shoot your fly will go shooting through the water, okay? The other thing you have to consider is you have to make sure that you have enough line out that it'll compensate for the distance and the upstream mend, okay? Not a hard thing to do, good thing to practice on the grass, okay? Not a big deal. Now, the secret thing. This is what they don't tell you, okay? So just between you and me. Right? What you do is you include shooting in your mend or in your cast. So instead of, so you know what shooting line is, just letting go, right? Letting the line go out with it. So while you're doing the reach cast, the line is going out, right? And while you're going off to the side, you're going to basically let go of your line. So the line is not pulling back on the fly. It's actually being fed out by it's being fed out during the mend. Okay, it's hard to explain. So that way you're not going to pull back. You don't have to overly compensate. So you can get your distance this way, just a regular cast. And then when you want to do the big mend, you let go. And what it'll do is it'll give you ample line for the drift. Okay, so it's a cast, and then when you feel it going out, that's when you, just like you would shoot a line, but while you're shooting the line, you're actually bringing your rod out to the outside like that. All right, not a difficult thing. It's something you have to practice just to get the timing right and you know, everything else going right. Practice is real important. It's finally spring here. It's not spring yet, but it's actually kind of warm now in Michigan here anyway. Warm, and I mean warm for you Californians. It's basically 40 degrees here, so we're pretty happy. There's people here in shorts now. So okay, so the mend, like I said, the mend, that's the mend. Not a big deal. Great thing. I understand people are saying, I didn't know you had that. So click the bell down there too. There's like a bell, and if you're subscribed, it'll let you know that I have a new video out. Okay. Uh, in general, a video will come out on Friday or Saturday, and sometime during the week. Okay. We'll see you.